Hi guys, welcome to my channel mathssl. I'm speaking Thaqib Latif. Today I'm going to show you how to solve analytical geometry grade 10. Obviously, first of all, I'm going to show you the distance formula and determine the distance between 2 points, how to use this formula. So the formula says distance formula, it will be on your information sheet, formula sheet. Distance d is equal to x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square, and then you're going to take the square root. This is the formula. Now say we need to find the distance between A and B. We need to find the distance between these 2 points. So how are we going to use this formula, the distance formula? So we have these quadrilateral. I'm going to show you how to use the distance formula. So I need to find the distance between AB, the length of AB. So the coordinates of A I have here. You're gonna write on the side, which is -4 and 8, and the coordinates of B is -10 and 0. Now, how to find the distance? I say this is my x1 and this is my y1. And this is x2 and this is my y2. Now all I need to plug these value in this formula. So the distance AB, so the x2 is -10 minus x1, minus become +4, minus from the formula, and the minus is 4, minus become positive, so square plus y2 is 0 minus 8 y1 square, and square root. I need to simplify now this one. You can use the calculator. One time you can feed in this in the formula, in the calculator, -10 plus 4 and square, answer will be 36. So I have 36 here, plus that side I got 64 and root. So this become 100 square root, and if once I open up this one, it's gonna be 10. So the distance between A and B is 10. So this is my final answer, how to use the distance formula. This is how we're gonna operate. Our second formula I want to introduce you, that is gonna be a gradient formula, slope. If you need to find the gradient or slope between 2 points, so we need to find the gradient of DC between these 2 points. How to solve that, I'm going to show you now. The gradient of DC, how to solve. So we're going to write the gradient formula. This is a distance formula and this is a gradient formula. Gradient, how to find this one? So formula, so it's M. So we're going to find the gradient of between, the gradient formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is the gradient formula. Also you're going to find the information sheet. So the gradient between DC, between D and C, gradient between D and C. So again I'm going to write the coordinates of D, which is going to be 12 and -4, and the coordinates of C is 6 and -12. So this is my x1 and y1, this is my x2 and y2. I'm gonna plug all these value in this formula now. So the y2 is -4 and the negative, y2 is 12, -12 over x2. So this is my x2 and this is my y2, this is my x1, this is my y1, sorry for that. So the y2 minus y1 and the x2, which is 12, minus 6. You can write anyone, but I already started with negative 4. That's why I changed now. This is my x1, y1. This is my x2 and y2. And now I plug all these values in this formula, and now I'm going to simplify. So this become 8 over 6. You can simplify one term with the calculator. So the answer going to be 4 over 3. So the gradient of DC is 4 over 3. Now I'm going to show you how to find the midpoints. So we need to find the midpoint between A and C. So the midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 over 2 and y1 plus y2 over 2. This is the midpoint formula. Now we need to find the midpoint of AC. How to do that? So we need to write the coordinates of A and C. So with this is I decide this is my x1, this is my y1, this is my x2, and this is my y2. Plug all these values in the formula. So the x1 is negative 4 and x2 is plus 6 divided by 2 and y1 is 8 and positive and negative become a negative over 2. Now because positive and negative become negative, now we need to simplify. So I'm going to use the calculator. Negative 4 plus 6, negative 4 plus 6 divided by 2. So the answer going to be negative 1. This become negative 1. Negative 12 divided by 2. Answer will be 2. 2. Negative 1 and 2. This is the midpoint of AC. So I showed you all three formula how it's going to work, and this is the main formula in this topic. So I'm going to discuss more concepts with you in next video. So first we learn about the distance formula, and second we learn about the gradient. First distance, then gradient, and then I showed you about the midpoint. So all three formula we learn in this example. So now you know how to use these formulas. So I'm going to recap quickly. So need to find the distance between A and B. So we use the distance formula, and this is the answer. I need to find the gradient between D and C. I use the gradient formula. There is the gradient. I need to find the midpoint between A and C. I use the midpoint formula. This is my answer. Please like and subscribe my channel, and if you have any question, comment below. I will assist you.